Namaste and welcome to this all levels practice. Finding your comfortable seats and gathering any props that you may have around the house. Maybe, blankets and pillows, or if you have blocks, bolsters, feel free to have those next to you if you need them. And allowing yourself to feel really completely supported. So taking time to really get comfy into your space. So if you need to sit in a chair or on a couch, that's okay too. And once you've settled into your space, close your eyes or maybe have a soft gaze. And bringing your awareness to the breath. And focusing on the intention today of mindfulness. So bringing that awareness within and letting go of any thoughts, of any distractions. And maybe repeating the mantra to yourself, I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. As you focus on these words, allow those words to fill up into your heart space and filter through your whole entire body. Giving yourself permission to let go of any thoughts or any distractions that may be causing stress, anxiety. Taking a few moments here to scan your body and notice if there's certain parts of your bodies that feel really tense. And then using your breath, sending your breath to wherever you need it. And repeating the mantra, I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. And bringing your awareness back to your breath. And start to deepen your breath. Focusing on our inhales. Extended inhales. So on your next inhale, inhale for as long as you comfortably can. Pause at the top. And then exhale, just naturally and comfortably exhale through your nose. Inhaling through your nose for as long as you comfortably can. Pause at the top. And natural exhale. Take about 3 more rounds of our extended inhale, going at your own pace. After your last round, just bring your breath to a natural, easy breath. Noticing the effects of your practice. And again, scanning your body, noticing any tension anywhere, and making a point to let go. In order to refine the breath, to smooth out the tension, give yourself permission to let go. And now focusing on our extended exhales. So we'll inhale naturally, and then we'll exhale for as long as we can. Pause, and then natural inhale. So we'll do a couple together. Inhaling naturally, and then exhale for as long as you comfortably can. Pause at the bottom, and then natural inhale. Exhale for as long as you comfortably can. Pause, and then inhale naturally. Now take about 3 rounds of our extended exhale, going at your own pace, beginning whenever you are ready. And finishing up your last round, bringing your breath to a natural, easy breath. And once again, noticing the effects of your practice. And bringing that, keeping that awareness at your heart center. And our mantra this morning, I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. And then if your eyes are closed, just slowly allow your eyes to flutter open, taking in the light and the colors around you. And let's begin this morning with just a nice stretch. So reach your hands up towards the sky, clasp your hands, palms facing up, and just take a stretch and kind of wiggle out of your pelvic basket here, rock side to side, making space. And then exhale, release your clasp and place your right hand down on your mat. Reach your left hand towards the sky, finding length in your side body, and then bending over to your right side. You can bend your right elbow as much as you need to here, but if you find that your left hip is coming off of the floor or on your prop, then bring yourself back, making sure that your bottom is rooted on the earth or on your prop. And your gaze can come up, or you can look forward, or you can even look down. So keeping the gaze up towards the sky. If you're feeling pretty open and you're feeling pretty good, but if you have like a lot of anxiety and distress, it's helpful to keep your gaze down. So kind of see what you need today in your practice. And then inhale, coming back to center, both hands up towards the sky. And then bringing your left hand down to the mat, reaching your right hand as high as you can first. Let's find length. And then bending to your left this time. And again, you can bend your left elbow as much as you need to. And then same thing with that gaze. See what you need today. And then inhale, coming back to center, palms together. Exhale, hands towards your heart, hands to heart. And tuck your chin in, gazing at your heart, at your fingertips, at your prayer hands. Repeating your mantra, I am loving awareness. And then inhale, bring your hands up towards the sky. Bringing your right hand down again. And then finding length, reaching that left hand as high as you can. And then bending over to the side, to the right side. Inhale, coming back to center. And then exhale, left hand down, and then reach your right hand nice and high, maybe higher than you did before, and then bending over to your left. And then inhale, coming back to center. Palms together, exhale, hands to heart. Gazing at your heart center, just pausing for a moment. Focusing on inner awareness, focusing on mindfulness. That loving awareness deep within you. And now bring your hands to rest on your knees, on your lap for a moment. Sitting up nice and tall. Lengthen out through the crown of your head. Belly, hug your belly in towards your spine. Heart is lifted, but let your shoulders be relaxed. Often when we have stress, we crunch our shoulders up towards our ears. So notice, become aware of what's happening in your body and relax your shoulders. Now draw your right ear towards your right shoulder. Take your right hand and just place it on top of your head. Just let it rest. Don't put pressure, just let it rest. And then extend your left arm out to the side. Palm faces up, so finding external rotation here of our left arm. You can bend your left elbow as much as you need to, especially if you have any shoulder issues. So again, our practice here today is really focusing on mindfulness and loving awareness for ourselves, for others, so be kind. And now placing your left hand on your lap, and then take your right hand and just take your fingers and place it on the opposite side of your head and bringing your head back to a neutral position. And then bringing your right hand down. And now drawing your left ear to your left shoulder. Take your left hand, just rest it on top of your head. And then extend your right arm out to the side. And then palm facing up again, finding that external rotation, bending your elbow as much as you need to. You can even lower your arm too if your shoulder is bothering you. And then resting your right arm on your lap, take your left hand on the opposite side of your head, and then bring your head back to a nice neutral position, and then relaxing your arms, your both hands. And then roll out your shoulders, roll it out. And then roll the other way. And then coming back to center. All right, so let's make our way now to our hands and knees, our table position. And using, if you'd like a blanket for your knees, go ahead and get that all set for yourself. Bringing your knees in line with your hips, wrists underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers out nice and wide. Inhale, take your gaze up, let your belly melt, tailbone tilt up. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding out your back. Inhale, look up, belly melts, tailbone tilts up. And then exhale, come to neutral spine. Hug your belly in towards your spine. And then as you exhale, let's look over your right shoulder, swing your feet to the right, make a C curve shape, opening up the left side of your body. And then inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, look over your left shoulder, swing your feet to the left, opening up our right side. Inhale, come back to center. Now take your gaze up, let the belly melt, come right to cow pose. And then exhale, chin, chest, rounding out your back. And inhale, coming back to neutral spine. Let's take one more round of that. So exhale, look over your right shoulder, swing your feet to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, look over your left shoulder, swing your feet to the left. And inhale, coming back to center. Hug your navel in towards your spine, come to neutral. Now drop your belly, tailbone tilts up, look up. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding out your back. Inhale, coming back to neutral spine. Now on your next inhale, let the belly drop again. Come to cow pose. Belly drops, tailbone tilts up, gaze is up. And then as you exhale, staying in your cow pose, just extend your right leg back. Extend the right leg back. And then bend your right knee. Bend the right knee. Gaze is forward, heart is lifted. And if it feels comfortable for you, you can extend your left hand forward. If not, keep both hands on the floor. Another option is to take that left hand and reach back, find your right foot, keeping the gaze forward, lifting up through your heart. Maybe lift your knee a little higher if that feels okay on your back. And then releasing your foot, extending that left hand, extend your right leg. And now let's bring our spine to neutral. So let's hug our belly in towards our spine. Now we engage the core. Finding a nice long spine. Flex your foot, toes are pointing down. And then exhale, coming back to neutral, our table. All right, so let's take a child's pose. We did quite a lot there, so let's take a child's pose before we do the other side. So bring your knees wide, big toes touch, and just sit back on your heels. Or you can take an extended puppy pose where your hips stay above your knees and you bring your hands forward. Either one is okay. So just taking a moment here. Sinking the hips back onto your heels. And you can kind of shift your hips side to side too if you still feel a little bit creaky today or lots of tension. Give yourself permission to be patient with yourself. It's all about that loving kindness awareness. Inhale, coming back to your table. All right, so now let's extend our left leg. Your hips are square towards the mat. So if you notice if your left hip is up a little bit, just bring it down. And drop your belly, tailbone tilts up, look forward, bend your left knee. So option here, you can stay here, you can extend your right hand forward, or you can bring that right hand back to grab your foot. Keeping the gaze forward, lifting up through the heart. Maybe lift your knee a little higher if you're holding on to your foot. And then exhale, releasing your leg, straight leg back. Right arm forward. Now let's pull it in. So draw that navel in and bring your spine to neutral. Feel that action. That core engage there. And then exhale, coming back to your table. All right, so let's come up to downward facing dog. So walk your hands about one handprint up. Curl your toes under and bring your bottom up towards the sky. And you can bend your knees as much as you need to, bring your head between your arms. You could stay in all fours. So really, it really is what you need today. Walk your dog. If you're in all fours, you can do a couple more cat-cows. And then walking your feet to meet your hands. Let's come to our forward fold. So coming into your forward fold and just keeping in mind that if you have any issues with glaucoma or high blood pressure, you don't want to do any inversion. So anytime your head is below your heart, you're in an inversion. So you want to modify and maybe bring your hands to your thighs and look forward. So mindfulness here, loving awareness, doing what you need. Otherwise, allow your head to hang heavy. Arms can hang, or you can grab opposite elbows. Sway your body side to side. Bend those knees as much as you need to. Then inhale, half lift, hands on your thighs or on your shins, or fingertips on your mat. Gaze is forward. Straight legs, but don't lock your knees. And then inhale, just slowly come all the way up. Bring your hands up towards the sky. Palms together. Reach your fingertips as high as you can towards the sky. Finding length in our side body here. And then take your gaze up. Maybe point your fingers towards the back just a little bit to open up your heart. And then exhale, bringing your hands back to your heart center. And then inhale, bring your hands up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Bringing your hands to the earth, we're going to step back to a plank pose. And we're going to modify. So we're going to drop your knees, wrists directly underneath your shoulders. Nice long line from your hips to the shoulders here. Uncurl your toes. And looking forward, opening up your heart here, lifting up through your heart. Shoulders back. Good. And then on your exhale, we're going to come to child's pose. So bringing your hips back onto your heels, knees together or wide, your choice, and melting onto our mat. And inhale, coming back to your table. And back to all fours, back to, down dog. So curl the toes under, bring your bottom up. Walk your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands towards sky. Palms together and then reach as high as you can. Try to touch the ceiling. Take your gaze up, open up the heart. Exhale, bring your hands back to your heart center. Inhale, hands towards sky. Exhale, forward fold. Hands onto your mat and step back for your plank. You can modify what we just did a moment ago, or you can come to full plank. Wrists directly underneath your shoulders, spread your fingers out wide. Navel is drawn in towards your spine. And then bringing your knees down, and you're going to come onto your chest and chin. So knees, chest, and chin. Elbows are bent. Chin is on the mat, chest is on the mat, and your bottom is up. And then on your inhale, you're just going to slide forward. Come on to your belly. Uncurl the toes. And inhale, cobra, baby cobra, or a full cobra. And then exhale to child's pose. Settling back in, bringing your awareness back to your breath, and coming back to your mantra. I am loving awareness. Inhale, coming back to your table, and let's take our little sequence one more time here. So come to your down dog. Walk your feet to meet your hands, or you can hop your feet if that's in your practice. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands towards sky. Palms together. Open up your heart. Maybe look up, maybe bend a little bit more, mini back bend. Exhale, bring your hands back to your heart center. Inhale, hands towards sky. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to your mat. You can step or hop back to your plank. Hugging your navel in towards your spine, engaging your core, and we're going to come to knees, chest, and chin. So bend your elbows to come onto your chin and your chest. And your bottom is up. And then on your inhale, slide forward. Come onto your belly, uncurl the toes. Inhale, lift the heart into your cobra. And then exhale to child's pose. Taking a rest. Coming back to your mantra, I am loving awareness. Letting go of any thoughts, any distractions. And all that matters right now is you being here on your mat. And then coming back to your all fours position. And we're going to take our right foot, place your right foot between your hands. And you can place some padding on your back knee if you need that. Lining up your ankle right beneath the knee. And then on your inhale, we're going to come up to a low lunge. So take your time getting there. It's okay if you need to kind of shift around a little bit to find stability. And comfort, of course. Bringing your hands to your hips. Hug your navel in. Lengthen out through the crown of your head. Your heart remains open, but yet your shoulders are nice and relaxed. And then clasp your hands behind your back. And squeeze your shoulder blades together. Bring the shoulders back now. Let's open the heart even more. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then draw your knuckles towards the floor at the same time. So squeeze the shoulder blades together. Draw the knuckles towards the ground. Take your gaze up. If you find that you're unbalanced, really shaky with the gaze up, keep your gaze forward, or like I said earlier, keep your gaze down. And then on your exhale, you're going to fold forward over the front leg or on the inside of your front leg. Everybody is different, so just see what works for you. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Bring the hands away from the body. And then inhale, bring the crown of the head back up towards the sky. Back to neutral spine here. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then exhale, fold again. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, fold. And inhale, come back up. Release your clasp. Bring your hands up towards the sky. Reach your fingertips towards the sky. Then clasp your hands. Bring your hands behind your head. Hands behind your head and open your elbows out wide. Opening up through the heart center. Okay. And we're going to draw our shoulder, left shoulder, on the inside of our front leg. And don't worry about how far or how close you get to your leg. It doesn't matter. Draw that left elbow towards the inside of your right leg. And then inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, bring that left elbow towards your right knee. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, left elbow towards the right knee. And inhale, come back up. Relaxing your hands, just let them hang and roll out your shoulders. Roll out those shoulders. Good. And now bringing your hands to frame your front foot, we're going to come off our back knee. So curl the toes under, lift your back knee off the mat. And let's come to high lunge. So take your time here if you want to straighten that front leg and then bend it again. Again, take some time to find your stability, your comfort. Your stance should be like you're standing on railroad tracks. Bending that front knee, knees over your ankle. Inhale, bring your hands to your hips, and then draw that navel in, lengthen out through the crown of your head. Reach your hands up towards the sky, find a nice high lunge. Relax the shoulders. Now clasp your hands behind your back. Now squeeze your shoulder blades together. And draw the knuckles towards the floor. At the same time, squeeze shoulder blades together, draw knuckles towards the floor. If you need more, you can bring your hands away from your body, only if you need more. Remember, just loving kindness awareness for yourself here. Being kind to yourself. Gaze could come up if you need more of a challenge. Or keep the gaze forward. Or if you're feeling really, really shaky today, just look down. It's okay. And then exhale, fold over your front leg. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then inhale, come back up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come back up. You got this. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come back up. Release your hands. If you need to straighten your leg a little bit, if your quads are burning, just go ahead and straighten them. Straighten the leg and bend it again. Clasp your hands behind your head. You know what's coming next. So hug your navel in, open up through your heart here. And as you exhale, bring that left elbow towards the right knee. And don't worry about how far you go. It doesn't matter. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, fold and twist. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, fold and twist. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, release. Shake your shoulders out. Bring your hands to your mat, frame your front foot, and let's step back to down dog. And we're going to shake it out, walk your dog out. Come down onto your knees. And let's take a child's pose, because again, we did a lot on that side, so let's take a rest. Bring your bottom back onto your heels. Bring the forehead to the mat, or maybe a pillow or a prop. And just take a moment, scan your body. Notice how your right side feels compared to your left side. And coming back to your mantra, I am loving awareness. So being completely aware of your body, of your mind, without any distractions, without anything distracting you. Just being. You, your mat, your breath. And then inhale, coming back to all fours. And let's make our way to bringing our left foot to the top of the mat. Again, taking our time to find our pose, to get into our pose. Knee lined up over your ankle, and then when you're ready, start to bring your hands up to your hips first. Hugging your navel in, lengthening out through the crown of the head, but making sure that your upper body remains relaxed. Hands up towards the sky, finding length. And clasp your hands behind your back. And squeeze your shoulder blades together. Open up your heart, and at the same time, draw the knuckles towards the ground. Your gaze could be up for challenge, or forward or down, if you're unsteady. And then exhale, fold over your front leg or on the inside of your front leg. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come back up. Release your clasp, just shake your elbows out. And just be mindful of your back knee. If it's hurting you and you need more padding, please, put some more padding and support there. Now taking your hands, let's clasp our hands behind our head. Keeping the shoulders relaxed, but your elbows out so that your heart is lifted. Your belly is drawn in. And then on your exhale, we're going to bring our right elbow towards our left knee. Inhale, come back up. And then exhale, twist and bend. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, twist and bend. Inhale, come back up. Let's do one more. Exhale, twist and bend. Inhale, coming back up. Release your clasp, reach your hands up towards the sky. And then exhale, bring your hands down to your mat. Curl your back toes under. Now let's pick up your back knee off the mat and come into your high lunge. And I don't know about you, but for me, it feels awkward on this side for me after doing all that. So it's natural, normal to feel different on one side. So slowly come up. And again, like I said before, take your time if you need to adjust. Take some time to adjust. You can straighten your leg, bend your leg, whatever you need to do. And then once you get settled, once you feel stable, keep that front knee bent, lying over your ankle. Your back leg, you're on the ball mount of your back foot, so it's like you're standing on railroad tracks here. Bring your hands to your hips and hug your navel in. And heart lifts and your shoulders relaxed. And you can do this modified too on the back and your back knee like we did a moment ago. So remember, loving kindness. I am loving awareness. Extending your hands up towards the sky. Clasp your hands behind your back. Open up the shoulders, squeeze shoulder blades together. Jaw your knuckles towards the floor, opening up the heart. And then exhale, bend. Inhale, back up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, back up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, back up. Good. Release your clasp. And if you need a little bit of a reprieve for that front leg, go ahead, shake it out a little bit, straighten it, bend it. Get yourself back settled in. Bring your hands behind your head. Clasp your hands behind your head. Shoulders are relaxed, but elbows are out, heart is lifted, navel drawn in. And then exhale, right elbow towards left knee. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bend, twist. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bend, twist. Inhale, back up. One more. Exhale, bend, twist. And then inhale, back up. Exhale, release your hands to the floor. Let's step our feet together. So step your foot to the top, back foot to the top of the mat. Come to forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to here. Straighten your legs as much as you can. Bring your hands to your thighs and straighten your legs without locking your knees. Hug those elbows in, just look forward. And then on your exhale, just extend your hands straight back behind you. Reach behind you. Both hands, reaching, lengthening. Now palms facing up. Palms facing up towards the sky. And now palms facing outward. So your thumb, bring your thumb so that it's facing away from your body. So your palms are either facing forward or they're facing up towards the sky, depending on your range of motion. And then inhale, bring your hands up towards the sky, palms together, exhale, hands to heart. And now just take a moment here, just pause. Connecting your hands, your thumbs to your sternum, to your heart center. Just notice your heart beating, notice all that heat that you built up in your body. And then repeating your mantra to yourself, I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. Wringing out anything that no longer serves you. Filling up your heart with peace, with love, kindness. And then inhale, bring your hands up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. And then making our way onto our knees, onto our hands and knees. And having either a block or a pillow just within reach. We're gonna get ready for a pigeon pose here. So I'm gonna demo it first if you're not familiar with pigeon pose. So let me demo first. If you are familiar with pigeon pose, then go ahead and go for it. But I'm gonna demo first. So if you'd like to watch first, please feel free. So you're gonna draw your right knee to your right wrist as you turn out that right leg. Find external rotation. And then extend your left leg back. Curl your left toes under, lift up your knee off the mat, left knee, to square your hips off. And then if you need some support, you can place a block or a pillow underneath your right hip. And I suggest you do that for the next pose that we're going to do, the next variation. So put your knee back down, uncurl your toes, and we're going to walk our hands towards our body. So we're going to find a nice open heart here. You're going to feel this in your low back. So if you have issues with the low back, please be mindful. You may not want to come up as far. You may want to keep your hands forward, more in a forward bend, more flexion. Otherwise, come into more of an extension, bringing your hands underneath, wrists underneath the shoulders. Fingertips can remain on the floor, or if you have books or blocks, you can use them as props. And if you're feeling pretty balanced, you can clasp your hands behind your back, but let them rest at the back side. You bend your elbows so that your hands are supporting your sacrum. And then draw the shoulders back, look forward, or look up. If that's too much, just keep your gaze down. Just notice. Notice what's happening in your body and being mindful, because mindfulness matters. And then exhale, release your clasp. And now let's walk our hands forward. You can move your block if you want, or you can keep it there. And we're going to come into a reclined pigeon. So we're going to put our pigeon to sleep here. You can either stack your fists and place your forehead on the mat or on your fist, or you can take your block or a pillow and rest it there, or you can lay directly on your mat. So see what works for you. Allow yourself to completely let go. And then on your next inhale, place your hands on the mat, curl your back toes under, lift your back knee off the mat, and send that right leg back. You can come to down dog or all fours, whatever you need, and you can kind of shake out that right leg, straighten it, bend it, do some hip circles. And now the left side. So we're going to take our left knee, draw that left knee towards the left wrist, turn out your left leg, sternal rotation, and scooch that right leg back. Curl the back toes under and lift the back knee up for a moment just to square your hips off. And then take a block if you need it, or a blanket or a pillow, and tuck it underneath your left hip. And then walk your hands towards your body. Find nice extension here in our spine. And walking your hands back, you may find that it's different on this side, and maybe you can't walk your hands as far back as you did on the other side. And that's okay, just be mindful of that. Gaze could be forward, or you can take your gaze up. If you need a challenge, and then when you're ready, we're going to put our pigeon to sleep. So we're going to walk our hands forward, folds, either stack your fists or use a block or a pillow. And once again, just allow yourself to let go. Maybe repeat your mantra to yourself. I am loving awareness. And then on your next inhale, placing your hands on the mat. Curl your back toes under, lift your back knee off the mat, and just send that left leg back, either to all fours or down dog. And then take your left leg and just shake that out. Straighten it, bend it, do some hip circles, whatever you need. And then coming back to sit on your bottom and extending your legs out in front of you. Coming to wide legs, so bring your legs to wide leg and flex your feet, so toes are pointing up towards the sky. Sitting up nice and tall. If you need a blanket underneath your bottom or something to prop you up just a little bit, go ahead and place a blanket or prop just sitting on the very edge of it, just to allow your pelvis to tilt forward so that you can maintain a nice long spine. Sitting up nice and tall. And on our inhale, we're going to extend our hands up towards the sky. We're going to find length, and again, we're going to find length from our sides, not only from our shoulders. That's really important because we don't want to injure ourselves. So reaching high, opening up through the hip, our side body here, reaching long, and then exhale, folding forward, but then coming back up, and then reach again as high as you can using your whole upper body, and then exhale, fold. Again, inhale, come up, reach even higher, as high as you can, and then exhale, fold. And let's stay here. Your fingertips can be on the mat or on the floor. And then focus on lengthening and bending. So just like you were doing when you were reaching up towards the sky, I want you to reach forward, reach as far as you can, using the whole upper body to find space. And then exhale, the bend will come naturally. You'll notice it. As you inhale and find more space, the body will naturally want to settle and bend into that space. So take your time. Do this a few times. And then on your next inhale, walk your hands towards your body, and then slowly start to stack your spine. Stacking the vertebra, come up to neutral spine. And now let's take our feet, bring our feet together. Soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana. And again, if you need to put a little bit more padding underneath your bottom, which I'm going to do here, to help the hips relax a little bit more, go ahead and do that. And then bringing your hands to your feet and bringing your thumbs so that they come right into the center of your foot. Pressing into the center of your foot, and you're gonna peel your feet away from each other like you're trying to open up a book. So just peeling your feet away from each other like you're trying to open up a book. Just holding it here for just a second. And then go ahead and kind of give your feet some pressure point. Pressing on your feet, just moving your hands around and just pressing, kind of giving your feet a little massage here. A little bit of acupressure, some marma point healing. And then on our inhale, we're going to fold, and I want you to round your spine out for this one. So as you exhale, go ahead and round your spine like you're in a cat pose. Tuck your chin in and bring your head towards your feet. You can hold on to your feet, your ankles, whatever feels comfortable, drawing your head towards your feet. Now everybody's going to look different doing this. So your head may not touch your feet, but
For some people, their head can touch their feet. So wherever you are at in your practice is perfect. So it's allowing the crown of your head to drop towards your feet, just creating this cycle of energy from the crown of our head to our feet. Allowing that energy to cycle through the crown of our head, our feet, coming up through our spine and back again. So this cycle of energy. Feeling the openness here. We did a lot of heart openers, so this is just kind of countering all that, bringing that awareness inward. And now I want you to notice your backside here. Just notice how the rib cage and the back ribs open up and expand. Feel that expansion in your back. The upper back, the mid back, the low back. Allowing that energy to filter through and putting your attention on your mantra. I am loving awareness, and let that energy filter through your body. Let it filter through this open space that you have created. And then slowly take your time. We've been here for a little bit, so take your time getting up, stacking the vertebra one at a time, slowly. Good. And then using your hands to bring your knees together, we're going to slowly come onto our mat. So if you want a little bit of more core, with some core work today, you can lower down as slow as you can. Otherwise, just come all the way onto your back. And extending your legs on your mat. Extending your arms back behind you. Just take a nice big stretch. Point your toes. Reach your hands back behind you. And then hug your knees in. Rolling out your spine, rock side to side. And then bringing our feet onto the mat. Bringing our feet wide on the mat. And then let your knees just fall to the right. Let your hands come away from your body a little bit just to give you some more space. And then bring your knees back to center. And then allow your knees to drop to the left. And then coming back to center. And now taking space on your mat, taking up all that space on your mat to prepare for Shavasana. Allowing yourself to completely let go. Allow your feet to flop open to the sides, arms out to the sides, or maybe resting on your belly. Use whatever props you need to find comfort. Close your eyes if that feels good. And focus on that inner awareness, that mindfulness, that loving, kind awareness. And for just a few moments here, allow yourself to honor your body, your mind, and your spirit, and focus on your mantra, I am loving awareness.
I invite you to stay in Shavasana for as long as you'd like. Otherwise, bring physical awareness back to your body. Slowly bring some mindful movements. And then take your time bending your knees, put your feet on the mat. Roll to your side. Come into a fetal position. Just take a moment, allowing the head to rest, breathing into your whole entire body, feeling that loving kindness flow through your body. And then slowly, whenever you're ready, take your time, place one hand on the floor and then the other. And coming up to your seated position. Your eyes may remain closed or maybe just have a soft gaze. And then bringing your hands to prayer namaste hands. Just drawing your chin into your chest. Just in honor of our practice, in honor of all the hard work that we have done to get to this place of loving kindness. So remember to always be kind to yourself. And give yourself permission to just be. Thank you for practicing with me. And thank you for allowing me to be your guide in your journey of yoga and your journey of healing. Namaste.